for you, and then if you have any questions, you can ask me. So here you have to use what? Group by, and you have to use having, okay? Otherwise you cannot solve it. So this way to do it, okay, you have to write select. What do you want to select? SSN. Very good. So let me put SSN.
First.
And what? FNAME.
First name.
Okay. From which table?
Employee.
Table. And then what? Where? صحيح. Huh? صحيح. Is in. Is a trick here. صحيح. What do we write here? Select. طبعا ما عندنا التيبل الثاني، عندنا ايش؟ عندنا ESSN صحيح؟
Yes, yeah.
Oh, before I solve that one, what I have to do is I have to go to the works on table, معي ولا ايه؟ And let me show you the works on table. I have to go to the works on table. The works on table contains ESSN, the project number اللي اشتغلت فيها. معناتها ايش؟ If you have only worked in one project, you will appear only in one row. Let me give you an example. Probably it's better to use this one maybe. Okay. For example, this table contains the works on table. Do you see this one, Shabab?
Yes.
Yes, we see it.
Telling me that this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He worked in how many projects? 1, 2. I think he worked in 2 projects. Right?
Yes.
This guy, yeah, this guy, which is he worked also in 2 projects. This guy worked in 3 projects, and so on. So you want to count in, okay? From this table, you have to count. You have to find those ESSNs who are in more than one row, ya shabab, okay? In more than one row, they have worked in for more than one project, isn't it? So what I can do is simply I can use like this one. I will say select SSN from works on. Let me put this select in another. Select SSN from works on table. On table, isn't it? Group by what? Isn't it? Having count star greater than 1. This is SQL statement. Okay, let me put it properly maybe. Select SSN from the employee. Where, صحيح. Then select ESSN, sorry. ESSN from works on, group by ESSN, having count greater than 1. Any question here?
Group by, Doctor. Could you please
Yes,
explain
group by.
it?
So group by, what it will do is the following for you. It will make for each SSN normally. خلينا ناخذ count star هنا يمكن عشان تفهموها. So همسحها بعدين هذه count star. Let's assume select ESSN or count star. This will give me 2 columns صحيح? In this table صحيح? Because I'm selecting only 2 columns. صحيح? So it will give me every ESSN and how many times he appeared in that table and how many rows is he there. So it will go to this table here. So it will give me distinct SSNs. كم SSN عندي هنا؟ 1, 2, 3 حتعطيني 2. So this one حتعطيني 3 وبالطريقة دي. Are you with me?
Yes.
So when I write a select statement, simply what it means is the following, يا شباب. Select, sorry. Simply here, this select statement here, فهموها. This, خلينا ننسى outer select. Just let's concentrate on the inner select here. What is this one doing? Here simply is selecting ESSN and then how many rows is here, the number of rows, which is where ESSN is. from workers on group by SSN. So I'm grouping by what? By the SSN. So in my new table or in my output table, I will have only 2 columns and I will have the distinct ESSNs and how many rows each ESSN appeared. هذا اللي حيكون عندي. Are you with me يا شباب؟ هذا لحاله كده انسى هذه. Forget about this one. Okay, just solve this one. Select ESSN count star from the works on table, group by ESSN. Okay, what do you think this will give me يا شباب؟ انسى الهابين برضه بس اعمل هذه لحالها. What do you think it will give me?
2 columns.
2 columns because I selected 2. I selected ESSN and count, right? So the first column will be ESSN, so it will give me the distinct ESSNs, isn't it? What about the count star?
Will give you the number of the SSN appeared in the works in.
Very good, excellent. That's what it will give me. And then what did I do? Then I put show me only, don't show me everybody with this count, just show me those who have appeared more than once. Right. So this will give me a table with 2 columns and only those who have only at least 2 rows in that table. Sorry, I have a question.
Yes, I didn't get why count star gives you the number of ASN in the beginning.
That's what the count star gives you always. It gives you the number of rows. First of all, it will group them by what? كلمني. It will group them by what?
By SSN.
SSN. فهلا هتعملوا معناتها it will group. So this will be one group. This will be one group. And this will be one group. Then for each group, how many rows do we have? 2. So that's what it means.
Okay. Count star gives you the number of rows, and since they are grouped by SSN, they will be yes.
Fantastic. Very good. Sorry, there is another question?
Yes, Doctor. In the beginning, when I wrote count star,
yes,
this will not give me a distinct SSNs, right?
In fact, I'm not going to write count star here. Why? What I want is what? What I want is only the SSNs which have count star greater than 1. So I just need the SSN. I don't need to show the count star.
Okay.
Now this will give me the SSN. So this will give me, I don't know how many SSNs will give me. Then I will go and select the SSN, the first name from the employee table where SSN is in the output of this. So I only have to return what? Not the count star, but the SSN. Otherwise, I will have a problem مع هذه. I'm SSN in this list. So what I want from this is not the count, but I want only the SSNs because the SSN في النهاية هيعطيني مثلا هذه ممكن تعطيني في النهاية 1 1 2 whatever the SSN is, comma 4 5 6 7 SSN, maybe comma another SSN. Maybe it will give me 3 SSNs. معي ولا إيه? Forget. So if this one will return this SSN, I will find out the SSN which are in this. So this is what I will find the SSN. I will print the SSN, the first name of the guys which are only these 3 guys. Am I making sense to you? Well,
so SQL will know that these ASSNs are SSNs, right?
Oh yeah. Here what you have is the output of these are values. معي ولا إيه? So these are the values. I don't care what I call them here. These are the values. Then it will check. It doesn't care about this one. What it cares about it, what are the values? Okay. Now, is the SSN in one of these values? If it is, then the row will. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, he will compare with the values of the SSN.
Exactly. Very good question. Yes, exactly.
Doctor.
Yes, please.
If I use the column for counting, if I wrote ESSN, comma, count star.
So what will happen is you will get 2 outputs here. مثلا هنا 2. مثلا هنا comma 4. معي ولا إيه? So this will be confusing يعني. معي ولا إيه?
Yes.
So this will be your output. You will have the SSN and the count. Then you are telling me this. So let's say assume this is 3 مثلا. So you don't want this kind of what? You don't want to find out SSN if it is this or this or this or this or this or this. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's why don't include the count because it will confuse the computer. The computer will assume these are also SSNs when it's going to compare the SSN in.
Okay.
of the
Just-
counts. I have
we
P
use-
SSN. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you solve the question by using a subquery?
This is a subquery. معناتها existential subquery.
Yes,
It will be
by
by
showing.
it will be much more difficult to do that. Yes, but you can do that. Yes, I can solve it many ways. يعني by join, I can solve it by nested subquery. I can solve it by correlated subquery. Yes, I can do that. Yes, you are right. It's not so. There's no one way to do it. يعني.
Thank you.
دكتور
So this is just one way. Yes, yes, please.
ممكن تشيك إذا حلي صح ولا لا. أنا حليتها بطريقة ثانية بدون جروب باي.
You can you send me later on. we can discuss حقك خاص معك. Okay. لأنه لو فتحت المجال هذا I cannot finish the 3 questions. معلش ها. لو عندي time آخر الحصة لو خلصنا بدري you can send them I will discuss them. Okay. But I can discuss only 1 or 2 يا شباب. I cannot discuss all of them معي. So we have 10 questions or 10 minutes left or 9 minutes left. I prefer if I do this, but if you have any questions, if you want me to look at your solution, I will do that one, but after the class, okay? Now, what about the second question here? How do we solve it?
Join, maybe.
Very good. I need join. Why do I need join here? Because I have the first name will come from one table, and the dependent name will come from another table. So I have 2 output, 2 columns coming from different tables, isn't it?
Right.
So in that case, I have to use join. So what I will say is, I will say the following. I will say select. Oh, from the employee table, I will call it E, معلش. Let me put this one red, معلش. Let me use red. Employee dot first name, صحيح? F name. And from the dependents, I will call it D dot what? D dot?
Dependent name.
Is that dependent name? Yes, you're right. Dependent name. Dependent underscore name here or minus name?
So don't you have to initialize the E and the D for?
Yeah, I will do that here. It is quite the opposite. You are right. It's confusing. I wish the from was first. Okay, but you are right, Yani. So what I will do is I will initialize them here. Employee E, isn't it?
All right.
Join with who?
Dependent.
Dependent. Okay, that makes sense to you? Now, yes. On what, ya shabab? On SSN in the employee table must be what? Must be equal to D dot E SSN. So we have to make sure that this is true. Any question here? Any question here? I think this is, yes, please.
Isn't like D dot SESN equal E dot SSN or?
Yes, they have to be equal, so that I am sure that the child and the shuf. What I did was the following. So I want to make sure that I want to print what? I want to print, مثلا, the first name which is مثلا John, صحيح?
Doctor, I understand this, but
yes.
The equality, I didn't understand it. Why E equal D, not D equal E?
The same.
It's the same.
Whether you put this one here or you put this one here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the same. It doesn't make any difference.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So I can write, for example, D dot ESSN equals to E dot SSN or the opposite. That's fine. It's okay. It is a commutative property of Tariq. So any question here, ya shabab?
Yes, Doctor. When you say join, the SQL knows that SSN is from the employee table, right?
Definitely, because you already said employee E. معناتها E must be from there. This كأنك قاعد تقول لنا ايش؟ By the way, I can forget about this. About E, I can write employee. Here I can write dependent, بس حيكون طويل يعني. So it's better to yes يعني.
Okay. Because of the join, the SQL can get the E that is SN and
No,
compare
because
it.
you already said here employee E, صحيح? So instead of writing employee, you are going to write E each time you mean employee. So this E.SSN معناتها employee.SSN معايا ولا ايه؟
Mhm.
D.SSN معناتها ايش؟ the dependent table. The
Mhm.
SSN in the dependent table لانه في ال SSN عندنا ESSN هنا صحيح؟ شوف
Yes, yes.
ESSN while here عندنا SSN صحيح؟
Mhm.
And they are related, foreign key and primary key. So always for join we have to make foreign key equals to primary key, okay?
Okay.
So the D is dependent. Okay, this is dependent, معلش. Okay, and so on. Did I answer your question تقريبا ولا?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, very good. Now let's do the last question. Select first name of each employee and the name of his supervisor. This is a very tricky question. I didn't expect you to solve it because maybe you have never seen it, but you have to join employee to employee. فهمتوا يا شباب؟ I have to join employee to who? To employee. So this is what you have to do. This is a little bit tricky question, but you need it for the exam. E1 dot, E1 dot first name, okay, and the E2 dot first. So this first name will come from the E1 table, and this first name also will come from the E2 table. Even though it is the same table, employee table, I will join it to employee table itself, معلش. But this first name, so this is what I will, let me write it first, and then I will explain. From employee E1, join also employee again. You consider them as if they are two separate tables. معاش يا شباب؟ as if they are two separate ايش؟ tables. Okay. But E1 dot super SSN has to be equals to E2. I don't know whether you can see it. Maybe I can make it bigger شوية. See it. If you have any question, ask me. So think of them as if they are two separate tables, even though it's the same table. يعني. So this is what I did. I went to this table here, employee table, and I made another copy of it. Then I printed, I call it this one E1, and the other copy I call it E2. اعتبرها يعني there are two copies of it. So there are two separate tables اعتبرهم يعني. Then what did I do? I said print the first name from this table and the first name from the copy table. معي ولا إيه؟ But make sure that the super SSN of the first table, معناتها this super SSN of the first table is equals to SSN of the second table. Are you with me يا شباب ولا؟
Yes, sir, we're with you.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this is a little bit يعني, sorry?
Can you repeat it, please?
Let me repeat it again. This is what I said. I copied the employee table. I made another copy of it. So the first copy I'll call it E1, and the second copy I'll call it what? E2. So I am looking for, from the first table, I am looking for the supervisor of the employee. And from the second table, the supervisor's employee ID. So this is what I did. Let me just put it here for you. So I made a copy of this one, and I call it this one E1, and its copy come E2. معي ولا إيه؟ الحين what do I want to do? I want to print, for example, who? I want to print Smith. For example, I want to print John, but I want to print his what? His supervisor name, صحيح? So what I did was, I said, okay, give me John from this, but from the other table, don't give me John, give me the supervisor of John. What is the supervisor of John? This is his ID, صحيح? 33345. So the 3345, okay, let me put it in a different way for you. Maybe the names are not good. Let me go here. Let me call this one E1, the employee table. Let me call this one the supervisor table, S. So let me call this one E, and let me call the other employee the supervisor. then the employee supervisor must be equal to the supervisor SSN. I don't know. Another way to just by changing the names of the employee. So the first the table I will call it E, and the second table I will call it S. Okay, so S matters the supervisor. So I will call this employee table S, and I will call this employee table E. So what do I want? I will make sure that the employee supervisor is equal to the supervisor himself in the other table. Then from this I'll put the first name. So I am really printing the first name of the supervisor here from S. While from here I'm putting what? The first name from the E table. See? So I'm really printing two different things. Yeah. So what I did was the following. I printed, for example, John from the first table, and from the other table I printed the supervisor of John. What is the supervisor of John? 3344555. 3344555. Franklin. So I will get John, and the other one will give me Franklin. So this will give me John, and this will give me Franklin. Am I making sense to you?
Yes.
Yes. Cool.
It's a little bit tricky. Believe me, SQL looks very easy, but if you don't practice it, هتتعب في الامتحان. I will give you these 3 questions, and you are supposed to solve each question 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and 5 minutes. Okay? So make sure you practice a lot before you come. Don't think the SQL is easy وتنساها. فهمت علي? So unless you practice it, it's just like swimming, or أنا بقول دائما programming it's just like swimming يعني. Okay? Swimming looks easy يعني just do this just move your legs like this and your hands like this, and that's what I will explain for you swimming for, let's say, for 3 days, and then I will throw you into this into a lake or something, then I will ask you to do the same thing. You will not be able to do it. The same thing with programming. When I teach it, it looks easy. When I solve it, it looks easy. Do it yourself. If you were having problems solving these 3 questions today in today's class, Mati, I'm not ready for the midterm. Okay, any questions here? SQL is easy, but you need to practice it. Okay, now let me see your solution. Okay, you have a solution, so take the screen and see your solution. The student who asked me to see his solution. Who is he? Who are you?
It's me.
Yeah, okay. Here, take the screen and show me your SQL.
I will send it in the replay. So.
Okay. So send it to the chat, يعني?
Yeah.
Okay. You did it already. So this is the one. Okay.
First question.
Only the first question. Okay. Can I copy this or copy? Yes. And let me put it here. So this is your solution, if I am right.
Yes.
Why is that? Let me put it in Notepad. So can you see my screen, Shabab?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is what he said. Select ESSN and E first name, which is correct, from the employee table E, where 2 is less than, okay, or equals to. Select count star from workers on, where ESSN equals W.ESSN. Very good, excellent. So what he did was he used okay. He used what do you call it? Nested correlated query. So he's using correlated query. So this is definitely correct. You are right.
Doctor, I'm sorry. I have a note about his solution.
Yes.
He's counting the whole table.
No, he's not. Because he's using this. Okay.
So if I use
it's a condition here, so not the whole table يعني. So what he is doing the following. This is correlated query. المرة اللي فاتت معكم كنت موجود ولا إيه. So he's going to take the first employee. معي ولا إيه?
Yes.
Then he will go to this table with the first employee فقط, and he will count how many rows that the first employee has. فهمت علي?
Oh yes. I get it.
So yeah. So he's using correlated subquery. This is I explained last time with existence and not existence يعني صحيح هذا اللي عمله. So this is what he's doing يا شباب هذا. So in this is correlated subquery. Why do we correlate subquery? Because he is using from the outer select, which is the employee, he is using it here in the inner select, isn't it? You remember last time we said, if you are using from the outer table a column in the inner table, so this ESSN is from the employee table, so from the outer table. معايا ولا يا شباب?
Yes.
So how do we solve this one? This is what we do. First of all, we take the first row from the employee table. معناتها I will take this row.
Yes.
Then what do I do with this row? I will go to the second row now, to the second table, sorry, to the second select statement. Then I will say select count star from the works on table where ESSN is equals to W.ESSN. Now, what is the W.ESSN? So .E.SN. E.SN is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. So,
Yes.
So in fact, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to go to this table works on and he will count each time he finds what? He finds 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 equals to the whatever it is in this table. So in this case, what he will find is the following. So he will go to this table and he will try to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 2, no other 1, 2, 3, 4. So he will get 2. So this, the first row will return how much? Will return 2 for you. Sorry. It will return 2.
Yes. In terms of efficiency.
It counts, yeah, exactly. I will.
Yes.
So that's right, yani. So what he did is 100% correct. Then it will go to the second employee, it will do the same thing. Then it will go to the third employee, it will do the same thing, and so on and so on. So this is like Ash, you take the first row from the first table, and then you go to the second row and you check how many do you have from the first row. Match the first row, yes, then go to the second row, take the SSN and see how many of them they will match from the second table. And in this case, the second table is the works on table. Yeah. Now go to the third row from the employee table, take the SSN and see how many of them they match the SSN from this. So what we are doing is the following. So we are taking from the first row here, the SSN, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and see how many of them they match here. How many of them they match here for the first SSN, for the first one? 2,
yes.
So after you are done that one, and then you, if the condition is true, if this condition is true, so this will be replaced by 2 معناتها ايش? So where 2 is less than or equals to 2, that's correct. So the first employee's name and SSN will go to the output. After you are done with the first employee, go to the second employee. Now this time we'll take 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. How many 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5 do I have here? I have 1, I have 2, I have what? 3, I have 4 of them. So this will match 4 rows. So this will return what for me? So this will return how much for me? It will return 4 for me. Then the second row SSN and the second row first name satisfies the condition because 4 is less than greater than equals to 2. Then the second row will also be printed. So John will appear in the output. Franklin will appear. Yeah. What about Alicia? Alicia is 9998877. So let's check it here. 998812. She appeared twice. So she will appear in the output. What about Jennifer? Jennifer is 987. Do we have 987?
Yes.
Jennifer.
3 times.
No, only twice. This is Jennifer. 9874321.
Oh, yes.
9874321. So twice. So she will appear in the output also, Jennifer. What about Ramesh? Ramesh 666. عندنا 666. لا. So Ramesh will return 0. Do I have 66? No.
The third row.
1 time.
Oh, yeah.
One time,
Okay. So this is only once,
Mm-hmm.
So this will return 1. So this will be replaced by 1. So 2 is less than or equals to 1. False. So Ramesh will not appear in the output. What about Joyce? Joyce is 453. Do we have 453? Yeah, I think we have 2 of them. So he will appear in the output. What about Ahmed? 987, 987 at the end. 987, 987. He appeared twice. So Ahmed will appear in the output. What about Jamie? 888. No. He doesn't appear in the output. Jamie ما اشتغلش هذا, isn't he?
No.
No, he does. But he's not. He didn't work. Okay. Okay, anyhow, let's count him. Okay, so we should put more condition here. We should put a condition like this, معلش. And ours is not null, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not null, صحيح. Ours is not null. Anyhow, but that's your solution is correct. Forget about this one. Forget about this one. Okay, so time is over. So please, okay, I have office hours on Sunday. I don't have office hours today. I have so many things to do. Solve as many questions as you can from SQL. Solve the homework questions, and then you can ask me on Sunday during my office hours, and we can discuss your homework. I will show you what the solution is. Okay, so please don't come to the exam without SQL.
Doctor.
Any questions? Sorry, I can't hear you, Manish.
Yes, it's. I know it's too late to ask, but can we postpone the midterm?
Oh, no, it's difficult now. We have two sections, so everybody has to agree. And if every student agrees, we can postpone it. But the problem is week 10 is very busy week, isn't it, Shabab? We have majors in week 10, تقريبا, isn't it?
There are majors, yes.
There are majors in week 10, so it's difficult. Week 10 is always, I find it so difficult because a lot of students have majors in week 10. So if I postpone it to week 10, a lot of students will say no. In fact, I can start even now, How many of you will not like it to go to week 10, ya Shabab?
Me.
Okay, you can raise your hand, You can raise your hand. I'm sure there are many of them, they will say no, صحيح? So look, I already have 5 here minimum, I don't know how many from the other section, Week 11, it's too far, خلاص, too close to the end. So it's very difficult to postpone, Believe me, أنا حتى عايز أعمل postpone because I am not ready. I have so many, what they call graduate student applications I have to process, and it's driving me crazy, Okay? So
how about, Doctor, maybe postpone it to like Thursday or Wednesday? Or Wednesday won't make a difference, but maybe Thursday.
Do the following, do the following, okay? Let's, it's Tuesday's exams, okay? The exams on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yes.
So what I will do is the following. Let me, so you want it to be on Wednesday or on Thursdays, okay? Now this is what I want to do, Shabab. Those of you who doesn't like Thursday or who doesn't like Wednesday, or he doesn't like Friday, كمان ما عندي مشكلة. فهمت علي? I want you to email me. Tell me I don't like these days, okay? So if I find just one email says no, خلاص, I cannot change it because معناتها this student he studied and he was ready. لما غير له دائما I was having a lot of problems with students previously, You know what I'm saying? For example, he will say I was ready at this time عشان انت اجلت الامتحان, I did very bad. So he will blame me. Do you understand? I have خبرة بالحاجات دي.
Fair enough.
I am afraid to change the dates because some other student he will say if you haven't not changed the dates احنا استعدينا لليوم هذا من زمان, حيقول لي كده, and then انت غيرتها وعملت لنا مشاكل. So if everybody agrees يا شباب, no, and if everybody agrees, I can make it Friday, I can make it Saturday, I can make it Friday because Saturday there is another exam which is 104. I can make it Saturday, I can make it, I can make it Friday, I can make it Thursday, I can make it also what? Wednesday, ما عنديش مشكلة. But everybody has to agree. I have 70 something students تقريبا, so all of you must agree. I don't mind to change it.
Doctor,
Yes, please.
what if we make like a Google form with a student ID and yes or no?
Why don't you do that?
Okay.
Why don't you do that? In fact, I can, okay, why don't you do that and see if everybody agrees to move it from Tuesday to other day. That's fine with me. So I will give you that. I will give you that and see. Okay. But I will also allow students, if they want to email me, they can email me. They will say, no, we want it on Tuesday. We don't want to change it. Okay, in fact, all you have to say is the following, شباب. قولوا I don't want it change it. I just want it on Tuesday. لو قلت كده, لو واحد طالب قال لي كده, خلاص, I cannot change it.
Sir?
Yes, please.
I have 4 midterms next week. Can I not change it?
That's what I'm saying. Next week, week 10 is always, many students have majors, so difficult week 10. Very, very difficult. That's why I made it week 9. From my previous experience.
No, sir. I have next week 4 midterms.
Next week, which is week 9, is it?
Yes, week 9, 4 midterms.
Those are following. I can move it to week 10, but I want everybody to agree. So I will leave that to you, convince everyone. Then I have no problem. I can change it. But tell me quickly so that students they don't get by today you have to tell me.
Mr. Ye.
Sorry.
Doctor, can I leave?
Now I'm going to allow you to discuss it as you want, and I will give you the floor. So discuss it and let me know. In fact, I can leave the floor because I have a meeting in 4 minutes time. Are you with me, Shabab? So you discuss. Don't leave, okay? You discuss.
I'm with everything. So
sorry.
I'm okay with everything. If you want to make it Thursday next week, week 10, it's okay for me.
So that's fine with you, خلاص. Those of you who are okay, that's fine. Those of you who are not okay, you have to email me today. You are not okay. You don't want to change it, okay? So that I don't have to change it, Okay.
Mr. Ye, don't you think it's better to postpone it to week 10?
No, that's fine with me. But I will see a lot of students will reject that. Because normally week 10, FIHA second majors are in week 10, most of them. If everyone agrees that week 10 is fine, I don't have a problem with it. I will postpone it to week 10. But second majors most of them are in week 10.
I got you.
Okay. So this is what I will do, Shabab. To be fair, I'm going to ask Dr. Jawid, because we have the same exam, and myself, every student who wants it to move to week 10 or who doesn't want it to move to week 10, let him email me. Okay? So those of you who doesn't mind to move to week 10, don't email me. Only those who reject it to be moved to week 10, email me, Shabab. Okay? Because we have to give also some privacy, okay? So by today or by tomorrow, let's say, I will tell you and whether it is postponed or لا. Okay? We cannot wait more because the students يزبزبوا شوية. فهمت علي؟
Doctor, you are saying those who object week 10?
Yeah, those object week 10 only they have to email me.
Those who object Wednesday or Thursday.
Those who wants to move it from Tuesday. Sorry, what you are saying is we just move it 1 or 2 or 3 days, يعني?
Yeah, that's what we are saying, yes.
So let me do the following. Those who reject to move it into Tuesday or on Wednesday or Thursday and Friday, okay? So they should email me. Also, those who wants to reject it to move to next week, also they should email me. Is that okay with you now?
Okay. Anyone who wants to reject changing the time should email you.
Okay. To make it even more, anyone who wants to change the time, he doesn't want to change the time. خلاص. He wants it on Tuesday. خلاص. Let me email me. Is that fair, Shabab?
Yes. Okay.
So this is. Let me repeat again. If you don't want to move the midterm time, email me.
Doctor, can you give us a date for week 10 and which day it will be?
No, that's another problem also. The problem we have 70-something students, and it's so difficult question, okay? And wow.
You are saying we can put it in week 10, but which day? So we can agree or not agree.
That's another problem also. How do I know? For you, for example, which date? That's a very difficult question. لأنه everybody will have a different date. We have 70-something students. Let me discuss it with Jawid, okay? And then I will email everybody, and I will let you what to do, okay?
Okay.
I will discuss it today with him, and I will talk to you, inshallah. Okay. Sorry, I have to go for another meeting. If you don't mind me. Okay. Thank you very much.